Welcome to Xbox Corner, my name is Alex and today we're taking a look at my favourite Xbox digital deals coming in under $10 or your local currency, and here I cover the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. It's a decent week, a few titles that are a little lesser known, so yeah, hit subscribe, join us here on Xbox Corner for reviews, deals, Game Pass breakdowns and lists weekly, and let's get started. Before we do get into this then, if you're looking to pick anything up, head to cornershop.gg for instant delivery Xbox gift cards and Game Pass memberships. You can grab a 10% off with code CORNER at checkout, and the channel of course gets a small kickback as well. Sayonara Wild Hearts then to kick us off, it's back matching the low price here, 40% off. Now this week I've been playing a new release called Soundfall, a roguelite with a music spin, but it got me to thinking about music games that are a little, outside the norm, and I still think this is one of the very best. It describes itself as a pop album video game. It's basically a simplistic enough action adventure. The visuals though stunning, washed in neon, the controls simplistic but still take of course some concentration as you control the action building up on screen, and yeah, while worth the time, it's packed then with a stunning soundtrack as well. Rising Howler then, while I'm on games with kick-ass soundtracks, and this is going to be for those that want something a little bit more metal infused. It's a new low price with 60% off, but this one was budget to begin with. A roguelite that's designed as a vertical platformer. It's a simple idea. Battle your way up and out of Howler, but along the way, unlock new characters to leverage and talents to buffer our lead. Fantastic pixel work then, and a fantastic price point then round out the package. Faraday Protocol then was one Luke covered here on the channel. It's back matching the low price with 60% off. You can find our full review in the pinned comment. It released to little fanfare, but Luke was impressed with this one as you jump into this world as an archaeologist investigating what is a mysterious signal. You'll have a gun of sorts though that helps you to solve puzzles, and it actually gets pretty challenging by the end game. It's got a nice visual style though. This one plays into almost Art Deco, and the mystery hooks you as you encounter, this robotic voice. Basically get to the bottom of what this structure is, who built it, and of course why. Mechstermination Force then is back matching the low with 40% off, but it's been a good while now since we've seen this price, around I'd say 8 months. It comes from Horberg Productions, and my understanding that is a one-man team, but he built titles including Gunman Clive, what is a gem of a series. This one, it's mech infused, for sure Power Rangers influenced, and it's essentially a boss rush experience. The idea, battle these huge mechs by scaling them, figure out how to attack them. It almost gives me an air of 2D Shadow of the Colossus in a way. Throughout the journey though, expect new weapons and upgrades alongside abilities. It supports then local co-op as well. Speed Limit then is an arcade experience with old school sensibilities in the sense it's hard as nails. There's very little narrative here, rather you are on a train, you get attacked, it is time to run, and from there the pace never slows down. Where it is unique, it changes up the gameplay from the style, so think on foot or in a vehicle, to the viewpoint as well, so 3D dogfights or top-down driving. It is a difficult game though, as I said, it's just unforgiving. One hit mostly means death, but it was still fun to overcome. A few of the levels, they feel a little unfair, like the top-down driving, you need to avoid incoming obstacles, but the camera is a little bit too close at times. Still though, you want a challenge, come here. It's currently 40% off, matching the low. Curved Space then was a bit of a recent gem. It was a budget release, it was optimized for the Series S and X as well, and now it's back matching the low here with 75% off. Now it's basically a shmup, but rather than the traditional top-down viewpoint, this one's 3D, and the curved in the name, these locations, they are basically warped. You're battling though interdimensional bugs and taking on boss encounters through its campaign. With leaderboards though, a synthwave soundtrack and upgrades to experiment with, I think it is a winner. The only miss, the lack of any sort of multiplayer. It will at least so keep you busy with survival modes, challenges and daily runs. The Survivalist then is one me and Luke played together over on the Nintendo Switch, and we had an absolute blast with it. As the name suggests, it's a survival game, though quite a bit more relaxed than many, no permadeath or heavily punishing meters to track. The idea though, we are shipwrecked, now we must survive and explore this collection of islands, but the multiplayer support packed in here, it is just great fun. It's of course all about resource gathering, crafting, building, and then it accompanies this with combat and some minor dungeon crawling as well. This deluxe edition, it packs in a few extra cosmetics, but it's cheap to begin with, matching the low here with 75% off. Yuoni then is another one Luke reviewed on the channel, find that linked in the pinned comment down below, but here it's rocking a new low of 60% off, and Luke exclusively gets to tackle horror experiences for the most part for the channel, and that is exactly where this one fits in. It's basically a horror spin on hide and seek as you are chased by these, creatures. It's set in 1990s Japan. It definitely looks old school, but it also then definitely dials up the creep factor with its setting. I'd watched the full review again, I haven't played it myself, but I think it's fair to call this one a hidden gem in the world of horror based on Luke's opinion. Our penultimate game of the video then, the Coma 2 Vicious Sisters, a 2D side-scrolling horror experience, one I'm a big fan of. I liked the first entry, but this for sure expanded on that formula, and there's no real need to have seen what the first has to offer. It's mostly covered here in dialogue and flashbacks. The idea though, you fall asleep in school, you awake in what is an alternate reality of sorts. In this reality, there's enemies that want to kill you, and it's a game of running and hiding, but it's not what I'd consider particularly scary once you get over that initial shock and the tell sign of them coming. What I liked with this sequel, though, it expands beyond the school. There's a whole world to traverse, there's friendlies to meet, and it's just full of intriguing characters. It's a new low price then, 70% off. Our final game then, Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin, and consider this one bonus as it is way above the $10 mark, but I had to give it a shout out today. It's the title's first ever sale with 25% off. I had near to no expectations for this game going in, but played it, gotta be honest, I think like many I ended up really enjoying it. It's not perfect, but it's good. That's exactly how I'd describe it. An action RPG though, it's built upon a really solid combat system alongside then magic, party members, a whole host of meters like your MP. It's pretty in-depth stuff, and for me here, Team Ninja did not disappoint as you take on the role of bringing light back to crystals to save this kingdom taken over by darkness. Visually then I thought it looked great, and it packs a suitably epic soundtrack as well. And that is another week down. Will you be adding anything to the library this week or holding onto that cash? I've just finally jumped into Tiny Tina's myself, so I'm hoping for a good result from that one. If you've played it, let me know in the comments down below what you thought about it. It's got a small discount right now, but I've been wanting to check it out now for some time. With that though, hit subscribe, join us here on XboxCorner for reviews, deals, Game Pass breakdowns and lists weekly, and we'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.